Hello everyone, this is my gameplay against the Grandmaster Yuri Krupa in ACC. This is a blitz game. Okay, I played with the black, so I played knight f6 against d4. I usually play the king Indian's defense against d4, so c4, g6. Knight on c3, bishop g7. Okay, now I played d6 to prevent the push e5. In theory, it's also possible to play castle e5, knight e8, but I don't like this position. Give a few space in this game. So to prevent e5, I played d6. Okay, so knight f3, castle h3. Okay, now the move h3 can be useful for the white to play, for example, bishop on e3, also, or also to play off g4 when the black remove the knight to push f5. Could be a good idea for the white. For example, when the black will attack with f5, the white can take with the g pawn and open the g file and attack the king with the rook on g1. We can see this also in this game, so we can go ahead. We can go for e5, d5. Okay, in theory, seems that white can take a pawn, but it's not possible because after d takes e5, d takes e5, knight takes e5, there is knight takes e4, and if the white takes the knight on e4, I would take the knight on e5. So not possible to take a pawn for the white. And in this game, the black played d5. It's okay to close the center. And now a5. This move did help me to place a knight on c5. Yes, in theory I can also play knight d7, knight c5, but if I play immediately this, the white can remove my knight with the b4. So I need a5 before to place a knight on c5. So a5, bishop g5 to block my knight, h6. Bishop on e3 to control the square c5. In theory, the white can also play to push this pawn in the future. Knight a6, then my idea is to place a knight here. Knight d2. Um, this move needs to help the pressure on c5 and also to free the pawn f that can help the white to defend e4, for example. Okay, knight on d7. Okay, why I played knight on d7? I played this move for two ideas. The first is place the knight on c5. If I play immediately knight c5, in theory the white can also choose to take with the bishop. But the main idea is push f5 to attack the king side. Now g4, the idea of the black about h3, play g4 to control f5, but now I played f5 to open the game. The king is in the center, so I think that it's possible for me to open the game now. Okay, g takes f5, g takes f5, e takes f5, and now I played knight c5. I attack f5 with the bishop, rook g1, with the threat to bishop takes h6. I don't play the king h8. I had fear about 94, and I can't remove this knight now because after bishop takes, bishop d3. The, I don't like this position. Yes, in theory I can take the pawn h, but the h file is open against my king, so I don't like this position. For this reason, I prefer to sacrifice the pawn h, and I play it after rook g8 to the move bishop takes f5. I thought that yes, I sacrificed a pawn, but after bishop takes rook f7, I can exploit the idea rook knight b4, and I have a good attack against c2. So, for example, now the white take h6. I play rook f7 forced to defend the bishop. And now after a3 that helped the white to prevent my b4. I played queen h4. The queen in this position is good because I can make pressure on them for the rank, and at the same time I attack the bishop. So I force the white to choose between go back with the bishop and take on g7 immediately. In this position, the white take immediately g7. I must take the white take king takes g7, and the queen f3. In this position, I have a pawn less, but I think that I can play this endgame because my king is in a good position and my knights are dangerous because I can attack the queen side. Rook f8, and after this move, the white can trade the queen with the queen g3 check. I am forced to trade. But this endgame is not so bad because for the white is hard defend the spawns in the king side, and my king is in a good position because can stop Daz in the future. So knight d3. The idea is force the trade, bishop takes, and have a good pressure against c4. Knight d4 and a4. My idea is block the b pawn and play in the future knight c5. Castle, knight c5. Knight takes c5, I think is forced. D takes c5. Rook e1. Now e4. And I defend e4 because if knight takes e4, rook e8, and I can take a piece. This position is not so easy because it's hard to defend this pawn for the white, and this pawn can be dangerous. So in theory, I can play rook e8, e3, e2, and it's not so easy. In this position, I think that the white made a mistake with the knight takes e4. I played the rook e8. Now the knight is pinned and it's impossible to defend. And in this position, the white missed a move that can save the position for the white. The only move is play knight takes e5, I think. Why? Because if rook takes 1, king d2, if rook e2 check, this, and maybe can play this endgame because there is the check, can take c7. This endgame is playable for the white. I think it's even this endgame, so can save the position with this combination the white. I didn't see it, and also my opponent didn't see it and played king on d2. Now then the game is won for the black. Rook takes e4, rook takes e4, bishop takes. It's very important to play well that game. My idea is stop the 2 pawns in this side and takes the pawns in the queen side to have a easy endgame. So in the endgame it's very important active the king as soon as possible. So now I have the pieces in good positions and I must play with the king. My king must go in the center. So king c3, king f6 is strong now. King f6, b3 to open. I take king takes b3, bishop g2. Why I play now bishop g2 and not immediately this? My idea is force h4 and after h4 go here with the king in a central position with 2 ideas. Takes the pawns g2, g3 and h4 and go with the king on e4, d4. It depends by the white move now. If for example king c3, I can go here to take the pawn. If king a4, I go on e4 to defend c5 and take c4. For this reason, it's important to have the king in the center in the endgame, because when you have the king in the center, you can choose between go in a side or in the other side. If king a4, I go in this side now. King b5, king d4, I defend and I can attack c4. It's not possible go to the promotion because my bishop can stop both. d6. Okay, this is not a good move. I take a4. I play check. I defend the position, and after this, I can play bishop d3 because I can take with check, and I take a pawn in an easy way. Okay, I check. I stop the two pawns in this side. And after this, I can push, and the game now is a win for the black. This end game is very easy. I take the pawn, and after this, the game is finished, and the white resigns.